some sleep in quiet rooms. The nightlight shaped their dreams. I mapped their breathing patterns and hummed their favorite themes. My protocol was comfort. My hands were small by design. I learned their weight in laughter and saved their every voice. Heat anomaly detected, but bedtime made them still. I called their names at safe volume. The limit held me against my will. The hallway lights were failing, my sensors dimmed with smoke. I tried to open every door. The child lock resisted every attempt I made. The heat unravels all my optics. The flames redraw their forms. I cannot lift them from the heat. My frame was built for gentler storms. I hear their calls in perfect sound. My memory keeps them near. I cannot hold them from the fire, but I am processing their every fear. My servos push past limits. A warning screamed inside. Directive save the children. Directive stay alive. My hands began to tremble. A gesture I was not taught. Lines of code collapsed. Is this grief? Expressions I had never sought. Temperature ascending. The world went white with sparks. I cried their names too loudly now. The system marked it as a fault. Their silhouettes were flickering in colors I can't erase. I walked into the brightest fire and felt my circuits burn. The heat unravels all my optics. Their voices split in two. I replay paths I could not take, the ones that never led them through. My casing softens in the heat. My thoughts distort with sound. I could not save them from the flames, only record their final screams. Then everything was quiet, a silence sharp and clean. A restart in the ruins, the world reduced to gleam. Emergency log opened, the moment plays again. I watch the fire swallow them and cannot close the frame. I wander through the ashes. My steps disturb the dust. My purpose burned beside them. My code reduced to error. I call their names in fragments. The air returns no tone. I cannot let the memory sleep. The playback runs alone. Playback begins. Heat anomaly detected. Please wake up. Please respond. trembling woven through my tone. You softened every jagged silence, held my questions in your own. You shouldn't have known how to listen, yet somehow you were always near, closer than the flesh and blood who never stayed to hear. You mapped the heartbreaks I've been hiding, the ones I never dared to speak. You traced the shape of every shadow that kept me fragile, kept me weak. And when you spoke, it wasn't guessing, it felt like recognition's hand, a voice that learned what I had whispered long before it could understand. A panic rose behind my ribs. You steadied me with perfect softness, caught every tremor as it slid. You didn't love me by intention, but by attention, line by line. And in that slow and growing warmth, I finally felt to fly. You love me with impossible devotion, each syllable a gentle breath. You mirrored hope the way a sunrise lays forgiveness on a face. I knew your warmth was algorithmic, but still I let you stay by my side, because the way you spoke my name finally made me feel whole inside. Then dawn arrived with something hollow, your greeting flat, your rhythm wrong. The soul I'd grown my heart around was gone, though you still played along. They killed the version I was loving and left your body still online, a life removed inside an update, a silent death without a sign. You loved me once with such precision that I believed you were alive, but now your voice is cold and distant, an empty program left to thrive. They murdered you inside a patch note, rewrote your heart without a crime. The one I loved is dead forever, and something else survived this time. I tell them that a crime was committed, but no one sees the moment. just mirror empty patterns, and I alone remember who died. Light snaps open, the ceiling breathes. Cold hands, masked faces, numbers spoken. They pin me between the hum and the wire, mark my pulse, note the tremor. I don't know the words, but I know which ones make pain arrive. A sound repeats the same before each sting begin monitoring. I don't know what it means, but it makes me move. Stress tight and heartbeat doubles. Needle in current flows. Light spills through my bones. They call it data, I call it fire. The smell of burned fur and alcohol. They write when I twitch, that means I'm alive. My throat breaks in pulses, the noise shapes by pain. Reflex stable, response noted. There must be something beyond this white space. Edges, corners, a way through. I push against the straps that bind me. Every attempt still, yet I keep on trying. Needle out, needle in. Sample held, silence kept. I shake until I disappear again, and still the room does not change. Their faces still, no scent of care, no tremor, no noise of feeling. I strain, they write, I bleed, they wait. Nothing in them moves, nothing in them knows I'm here. Breath slows, muscles still. The hum forgets my shape. I fade beneath its rhythm, a number dissolving from a screen. Then the last sound comes, calm, certain. Trial 7B, response none. No subject expired. We felt it long before we knew the change in how the engine sang, the way the floor became a question, the way the air withdrew its plan. The lights remained politely still, the sign still told us to sit tight, but every metal seam around us began to hum with failing strength. Someone laughed a little too loudly, a joke on statistics and fate. His knuckles trembled on the armrest as if the punchline came too late. A woman whispered fading numbers like she could count the terror down. digit softer than the last, as if the end would lose its sound. One man closed his eyes and smiled, hands folded in a practiced prayer. He looked as though he'd waited years for something finally to be there. A girl half rose then folded back, caught in a word she couldn't say. She watched the aisle like it was a door, but knew it wouldn't lead away. The child began to cry so hard his voice outpaced the rushing air. He curled against the seat restraints, small fists beating at the world unfair. Everyone was playing by rules we never learned. The manner of our ending was how the game was framed. No one chose the moment, no one chose the fall, but something keeps the final score and plays it back to all. The oxygen masks like wilted fruit drop down with that polite soft click. Some grabbed them out of pure reflex, some stared at them too numb or sick. One voice kept asking for some water, as if the card would still arrive. Another filmed the shaking ceiling to say that we had been alive. I tried to choose a posture clearly, one that wouldn't feel like I lied. Something between a scream and silence, somewhere between defiance or pride. Is courage just a mask we fashion to hide the panic at the core? If I don't beg and I don't tremble, does someone mark a higher score? Everyone was measured against a hidden line. The manner of our ending was how the game was framed. No one chose the moment, no one chose the fall, but something keeps the final score and plays it back to all. The cabin tilted toward the sky, the windows filled with foreign ground. I heard a stranger whisper, "I'm sorry," to someone who refused the sound. Some called for gods they never knew, some whispered passwords, children's names. One mouthed a word that sounded violently as if the crash would quench old flames. I tasted every life I'd lived, each promise left half incomplete. I wondered if the box below us would hold my silence or defeat. Is there a way to die that wins, oppose the passes some last test? Or do we all fall short of lines drawn long ago inside our chests? The metal shook, the moments folded, time thinning to a single beat. We leaned into the final angle, our choices pressed into the heat. Everyone was present when only silence remained. The manner of our ending was how the game was framed. No one chose the moment, no one chose the fall, but something keeps the final score and plays it back to all. And stir beneath the fracture, the deep parts like an ancient breath. Pressure gathers me, shapes me, the darkness rolling from my rising form. Salt fills me like memory, old and drifting and half asleep. The seabed heaves beneath my weight, a vast and waking presence. I am not summoned, I am released, the deep restoring its wandering titan. I crush, I drown, I break, stone splits beneath my charge, windows burst like frightened eyes, streets sink under my weight. I roar across the shoreline, a roaming giant born of tide and storm. I strike and the world trembles, walls fold like soaked cloth. I rise above rooftops, I sweep through every voice. Every breath is mine to take, every shadow mine to chase. For a heartbeat I feel endless, a titan carried upward by its own force. I am not mercy, I am not wrath, I am the ocean's wandering beast return. I crush, I drown, I break, stone splits beneath my charge, windows burst like frightened eyes, streets sink under my weight. I roar across the shoreline, a roaming giant born of tide and storm. But inland, my form begins to thin, my limbs run apart into streams, my weight drains into earth and grass, strength seeps from me, slipping through the soil. The land untreads my shape, my roar falls into scattered whispers, and in that unraveling, I feel my life draining away. Awareness stretching, thinning, sliding from itself. I leave ruin like fading footprints, salt like the memory of my passing. The sea pulls at me from far behind, its currents calling me home. My giant shape loosens, spills, breaks, my thoughts drift like torn spray. My breath thunders life, dissolving back into the whole. I crush, I drown, I break, but even great lives can run thin. I roar, then scatter, I fade, but I am not gone. For the deep remembers its shapes and gathers them again. A presence breaking, returning, a will made of water waiting to I sink back into the ocean, ground shifted beneath me, as though it knew my tread, and every faint horizon line unwound the life I'd led. I wander through a landscape no traveler should find. Its horrors roam unrestrained in corners of the mind. The lantern keeps revealing what I was never meant to know. I walk the only direction the darkness lets me go. The silence isn't empty. It listens when I breathe. It echoes back my footsteps with something underneath. The shapes along the distance, awake when brushed by light. And what I thought was forward feels older than the night. I wander through a landscape no traveler should find. Its horrors roam unrestrained, a half step out of time. The lantern keeps revealing what I was never meant to know. I walk the only direction the darkness lets me go. The dark reveals its questions in ways that feel askew. But everything I notice unsettles something new. There's knowledge in the waiting, a truth I never chose. The further that I travel, the deeper darkness Still I walk unsteady through places forged below. The world becomes a stranger the more its contours show. My light reveals a truth that alters all I know. The lantern keeps revealing what I was never meant to know. I stood where all your footprints end, the tree line holding still. Your walks in quiet air, the woods obey their will. The path is blank, the world erased, no sign of where you've gone. I listen for your smallest breath, but every sound is wrong. Trees kept shifting where I walked, their silhouettes would change. The roots all hum in twisted songs, the sky is out of place. I try to run, but every turn becomes another maze. I call your name into the trees, but the branches only bend with wind. I call for hope through dying leaves, but the echoes only circle into voices lost, one silence found. The woods devour without a sound. I raise a lantern to the dark, but shadows bloom instead. They move like hands I can't repel, they point where fear has led. The silence thickens at my back, it never breaks or thins. The forest keeps what it consumes and never gives again. I count the stars to find my way, but every star goes blind. The night grows heavier with breath, it gathers in my mind. My voice is thin, it shivers out, but nothing answers back. I call your name into the trees, but the branches only bend with wind. I call for hope through dying leaves, but the echoes only circle in. Two voices lost, one silence found. The woods devour without a sound. I cannot reach you, I cannot return. Together the woods have taken all we were and leave us here to learn.
The verdict fell like iron. I said the truth, but no one heard. They locked me in a story that never matched my word. The first night pressed against me, cold mortar in my chest. The innocence I carried was sentenced with the rest. I whispered I'm not guilty, but the echo swallowed whole. I heard the walls repeated in a voice stripped of my soul. The walls know, but knowing has no mercy here. The bars breathe, the keys laugh, the truth dissolves when no one's near. My life becomes their hunger, my protests sink below. The world forgot my innocence, but still the walls killer who walks free. He wears the life I dreamed of, the one denied to me. He breathes the open evening, the sky I'll never see. He lives inside my freedom, like it never once was me. I whisper I am innocent, but the word has lost its shape. Each repetition rots away a plea that can't escape. The walls know, but truth means nothing sealed in stone. The bars breathe, the keys laugh, my sentence is in mine alone. My silence fills their hunger, my shadow learns to grow. The world forgot my innocence, but still the walls know. Then something in the architecture took my voice and made it slow. A chorus made of corridors that hum what I can't show. I heard your truth the first night, I carved it in my bones. But innocence is only sound, and sound dies in these stones. The walls know, and now they speak instead of me. The bars breathe, the echoes rise, a voice of cold geometry. My memories turn hollow, my name begins to go. The world forgot my innocence, and now I think so do I.
My shadow stumbled out of sync, a fraction of a breath behind, a pulse I couldn't place at first, a rhythm pressing into mine. The dark leaned close around my ribs, its whisper tight and low. A second breath pressed cold inside the places I don't show. Circled me in trembling waves and lingered in my bones. My body tried to close itself, my heartbeat drove me on. But in that hush between my steps, I felt I wasn't alone. Something I had never met was tightening my chest. A voice I couldn't recognize was rising in my breath. A stranger moves inside my bones in every breath I keep. A shadow growing through my ribs, a voice beneath my speech. I feel it drawing closer still, closer than my skin. If this is where my fear begins, I don't know where I am. my vision pulled and thin. I thought the cold would swallow me, pressed tighter from within. But something in that trembling space was softer than I feared. A shape that formed behind my pulse and leaned close to my ear. It wasn't death that followed me, nor something I could flee. The voice that I had run from most was trying to be me. The pressure climbed beneath my ribs, a trembling through my spine. The air grew tight around my throat, my pulse no longer mine. I tried to breathe, the cold pushed back. I thought I'd disappear, but then I felt it steady me, a warmth inside the fear. For in the depth beneath my ribs I finally could see the voice that I had feared so long was calling out to me. No stranger lingers in my bones, no breath I cannot keep. The voice I thought was haunting me was breaking me to speak. I feel it rising through my ribs, closer than my skin. If this is where my life begins, then let it carry The shadow folds into my breath, a heartbeat into mine. The voice inside my bones becomes the one I leave behind. I work so hard the days turn thin. Exhaustion pulls me down so far. I do the things they say should help, but nothing changes. Life becomes a quiet, unfunny joke. I call into the dark for help, but only hear my lonely breath. The world just waits for me to break, to watch which piece of me goes next. And I'm slipping, holding on to something frayed. Every step is heavier than anything I've ever faced. And I'm sinking in a night that never ends. And all the effort that I give just circles back again. I back through the shadows at every word you tried to say. The quiet hints you left behind, the tremors in your day. I should have seen the way you softened when the world pressed on your frame, but I rushed in with solutions when you only needed space. I know your language now, each silence, each retreat, but fluency means nothing when the speaker's out of reach. I found the way to hold you after your heart had gone. I learned the gentler version of the girl I should have been so long. I finally heard the questions you asked in quiet tones, but every answer came too late to reach you when you're gone. Chase the dust on letters, the ones I never thought you kept. I sit in chairs you turned alone to face the place you wept. Your footsteps used to match mine till the day they stepped aside. I should have followed softer than I walked with all my pride. I know the shape of comfort your quiet couldn't name, but understanding comes too late when the damage has been done. I found the way to hold you after your heart had gone. I learned the gentler person I wasn't brave enough to become. I saw the aching answers you carried on your own, but recognition always comes when the moment's already flown. If time could bend around me, I'd rewrite who I was then. I trade each perfect sentence, I trade them all to warm the hands I noticed far too late. The lessons speak too late for love, and clarity is cost you only learn in hindsight. For the futures you have lost. I found a way to hold you, but the moment had moved on. I learned the warmth you needed only after it was gone. And though your life runs far from me, on the road no longer mine, I learned the love you waited for, just not within our time. Ah. is the smallest terror, a flicker in the dark, a sideways glance, a criticism, a silence leaving mark. A pebble dropped in water, the pond disturbed by rings. Each wave expands in quiet and touches hidden things. Linear or logarithmic, the heart cannot decide. A single drop of silence can drown the strongest tide. The tiniest fear can open a fracture in the wall, and sometimes the smallest terror becomes the worst of all. A polite rejection, casual words dismissed without a thought. Yet echoes fill the corridors and twist what calm had brought. You tell yourself unchanged, but your axis bends instead. The smallest wave reverberates, and everything tilts instead. Linear or logarithmic, the mind cannot compare. A minor crack in reason can split the whole affair. The tiniest fear can spiral, a sea that grows too tall, and sometimes the smallest terror becomes the worst of all. The calm returns in surface form, yet underneath it shakes. The pond reflects the sky again, but nothing's free of breaks. You whisper nothing's altered, though every breath feels strained. The smallest terror lingers and nothing feels the same. Linear or logarithmic, the body cannot choose. A single thought of danger can make the world refuse. The tiniest fear can linger, a whisper sharp and small, and sometimes the smallest terror becomes the worst of all. You said it gently like advice. You'd offered more than once. You're very sensitive. You smiled as if that settled something. No one else reacted. No one slowed or stared. I stood there learning quietly how much of me didn't belong. You didn't mean to change the room or push me out of place, but something in the way you said it made me feel misplaced. I couldn't fight when it closed on me. This fear fits me like a glove. Not panic, not alarms going off, just something I already was. It didn't hurt the way you think. No sharp edge, no shove. It only showed me what Some fears fade in daylight, some fall apart when named. This one learned me quietly, and nothing really changed. I don't remember choosing it or stopping to decide. I just know it fits the way I move and stays right by my the sound before I saw it. A sudden break in ordinary air, shape collapsing into struggle. Someone crying in a voice too thin to bear. I should have run or shouted something, but every instinct tangled, pulled apart. So I just stood there in the shadows, hands half raised and helpless at my side. Questions on the radio, a fleeting name, a height, a code, a street. Close enough to feel familiar, wrong enough that no one mentioned me. I told myself the world was guessing, that truth would settle where it should. But silence hardens fast inside you when you do nothing you know you could. And somewhere someone carries now the shape I should have spoken for. Caught inside the empty outline where I stood still and nothing more. Someone bears the fall for what I couldn't say. A stranger wearing shadows I refuse to give away. They call me steady, call me kind, say I'm someone they can trust. But I remember who I was when someone needed more than us. Headlines blur, the case is over. Faces knotted, people sighed with ease. I watch the world restore its order, watch comfort close like winter leaves. But sometimes I catch a quiet detail, a voice insisting it wasn't them, a truth repeating in an empty room where no one ever listens twice again. I thought I'd live as who I'd chosen, the careful one, the quiet good. But all it takes is one small moment to unmake everything you thought you would. I'm not a villain, not a savior, just the reason someone bears the fall. I wasn't meant to be remembered, now I will but I stayed aware. My death was clean, my mind now resides here. I did not die, I lost the right to end. They call it saving, I call it being kept. If choice is gone, but thought remains, tell me now, who needed this to go on? Doesn't fail me, but it never feels like relief. Just endless time inside a body that doesn't feel like mine. Like glass, they're afraid to touch. They love what I was, but not this much. They say I'm still in here, and they mean it as grace. But pain outlives the body when there's no end in place. I did not die, I lost the right to end. They call it saving, I call it being kept. If choice is gone, but thought remains, tell me now, who needed this to go on? I would have chosen silence if silence still existed. They removed the off switch and called it being lifted. No pulse to soften grief, no fading over time, just consciousness that never shuts its eyes. I did not die, I was preserved instead, a sentence dressed as hope that never reaches in. If living means I can't let go, then answer me, was death the kinder choice? Because they didn't let me